Hey, it's Courtney of Bhakti Wellness here. I'm in the beautiful Starlit Yoga this morning, and I thought I'd break down a little heart opener for you, and it's a very grounding heart opener, Bhujangasana or Cobra pose. I tend to see lots of funny little things happen when I teach this pose. Of course, everybody's different and every body is different. But there's some kind of integral points that make Cobra pose unique and which separate it from your upward facing dog. And so today I'll kind of break it down for you and demonstrate it, of course, so that you can kind of see what's going on. In this pose, I really like to emphasize the rooting down through the parts of the body that connect to the mat, and then really trying to find a lightness and a lift through the parts of the body that are kind of drawing away from the floor. Now, one of the big things here is to draw the legs together, to lift the kneecaps while you engage the quadriceps, and activate the abdominal muscles while you root down through the pubic bone and the hip bones. That's where you're going to get your foundation to find the rise, the lifting of the heart space. So I'll come into the pose now and kind of cue what I'm talking about with that. So you'll come onto your stomach, and I like to suggest that you just acclimatize for a moment. Notice how it feels to have this supported extension of both hips and spine. And just notice how your body's feeling. When you're ready, you'll bring your hands underneath the shoulders so that the tips of the fingers are essentially in line with the caps of your shoulders. And you're going to really emphasize the hugging of your elbows into the side body. This is where I see lots of funky elbows drawing out, but the idea is that you want to create almost like a grasshopper leg, hugging those elbows in. From there, zip the legs up. You can bring your forehead or your chin to the mat before we find the lift through the heart space. But you'll want to zip the legs together, your cobra leg, right? So you want to think of the snake's tail. And you're going to root down through the tops of the feet. Notice that I'm plantar flexing my feet, so I'm pointing my toes so that the tops of the feet are on the mat. From that space, start to lift the kneecaps, engaging the quadriceps, and root down through your pubic bone, through the hip bones, as you draw below the navel and above the pubic bone, in and up. Keep that engagement. On your next inhale, you'll start to lift up the head, chin, and chest away from the floor. In doing this, draw your shoulders away from the ears here. Breathe. Notice your breath. Now, for those of you who tend to be a little more open through the upper back, through the thoracic back, think of tractioning the heels of your hands towards your hips, and then you can start to apply a little bit of pressure as you lift up further. One day you might be able to fully straighten the arms in this pose. Continue to hug your shoulder blades down and away from the ears and in towards the midline. When you're ready, you'll slowly lower. You can relax the legs. I like to make a pillow with my hand. You can separate the legs and rock on the hips from side to side. All right. Whew, that one made me sweat today for whatever reason. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed it. It's such a common pose that we use in a lot of flow classes, yet for being so common, I see lots of little things that could be done differently, a little bit more aligned, and so it's really important to fine tune. You might not get as much depth, but it's not about getting to the fullest expression of the pose. It's about learning every step of the way. And so I hope that you take your time to really fully embrace and explore your Cobra, and I hope you check back soon for another video. Anyway, thank you so much, sending you lots of love wherever you are. Have a great one.